Hi, welcome to Mrs. Agulia's YouTube page. This is Math 8, your first day, September 8th, of equation solving. Yes, you're watching video 3.1, day 1, so you're in the right place. You can see that I'm in the textbook. This does align with your textbook, Chapter 3, Section 1, Day 1's material. So if you wanted to open your text, you could open it. We're on page 96. You also need to open your spiral notebook because you're going to be taking notes. Tomorrow in class, when we flip, I will first look to see that you've completed the notes, and then we will work on problem solving together. So, first notes that you're going to be taking through the YouTube page. First example. We will begin by solving an equation that contains one variable, x. What steps would you take to get that x all by itself? Well, you would probably say to yourself, Mrs. Agulia today was showing us how to clear the rational. So I could multiply each of my three terms by 10. There are two terms on the left side of the equal sign, the x and the x divided by 10, and there is one term, 44, on the right member of the equation. So yes, you could multiply each of the terms by 10 and you would get 10x. These 10s would cancel, plus an x equals 440. Or you could say, and continue on, getting 11x and dividing by 11, and you would get 40. The other way you could do this is saying, oh, I understand that x divided by 10 really means 1/10 x. So you could do x plus 1/10 x, this term here, changing it to 1/10 x, equals 44, and not multiply each of the terms by 10. I don't want to clear the rational. I'm going to leave it the rational number 1/10. And I get 1 and 1/10 x equals 44. When I divide by 1 and 1/10 on both sides, I get, hopefully you see that I'm moving my divisor over one place, making it a whole number 11, so therefore making my dividend 440, and 440 divided by 11 is x equaling 40. Now, I would take a calculator at this point or mental math and make sure, just like I modeled in class, that this is the correct answer, 40. So I'm going to go back to my original equation, 40x, which is 40, plus 40 divided by 10, which is 4. Does it equal 44? Yes, 40 plus 4 does equal 44. Or do it on a calculator and you will see that 40 plus 40 divided by 10, enter, does equal 44. Second example in your spiral today. It says here, this little boy is giving us a little statement here. It says, the first three steps involve simplifying the expression on the left side of the equation. Yes, we have two rationals here on the left side of the equation. 3x over 4 minusing 2x plus 1 all over 4 equaling negative 1 and 1 half. It is a distributive property problem, and I'm going to get to that in just a moment. But yes, this example, because 2 out of the 3 terms are rational, I would clear this rational. So multiplying each term by 4, so my divisor of 4 and my dividend, my numerator and denominator cross cancel, and I get 3x for my first term. This 4 cancels with that 4 that I'm multiplying by in the numerator, but I do have to distribute this negative to all of the binomial 2x plus 1. That's a quantity. That negative does distribute. Here's where the distributive property comes in. Does come into this problem. So I have to distribute this negative. We talked about this today in class as well. Negative 1.5 times 4 is negative 6. So I like to think of this as negative 1 distributing to 2x plus 1. Some people say negate the quantity 2x plus 1. Some people say change it to add opposite opposite, which does negate or make opposite both of the binomial term 2x plus 1. I do it as the distributive property, as you saw me do in class. So my 3x is not affected, and it is negative 1 times 2x, which makes it negative 2x, and a negative 1 distributed to positive 1, which makes it negative 1, equals negative 6. My equation now simplifies to x minus 1 equals negative 6. I'm going to add 1 to both sides, add 1 to both sides, and I get x equals negative 5. Checking this, not a very easy process because of the rationals, but I'm going to do it. 3 times negative 5 would be negative 15 divided by 4 would just be negative 15 fourths. I'm going to leave that. Negative 5 going in here for this x would be 2 times negative 5 would be negative 10 plus 1 would make it negative 9 fourths. Taking its opposite, or minusing a negative 9 fourths, is like adding 9 fourths. Well, when I combine those, they have the same denominator. I get negative 6 fourths. Negative 6 fourths, is that negative 1 1/2? Yes, negative 6 divided by 4 is negative 1 1/2. So my answer is correct. I did get and distribute, put my like terms together. I cleared the rationals correctly, and the answer is negative 5. The next two examples. Please copy this example number 1, which is in the book on page 97. Again, it has 2 out of the 3 terms having the rational. So I'm going to multiply by 3. Each term by 3. I have 3 terms in this problem. My first term, my 3's cross cancel, and I get 2x. My second term, my 3's also cross cancel, and I get minus the quantity 2x plus 1. 2 plus x, 2 plus x. No, it's not in parentheses, but I know I have to put this negative to the 2 and the negative to the x. So I do put it in parentheses and distribute the negative. Negative 4 times 3 is negative 12 is over in the right member. So distributing next, I'm going to get 2x, negative 1 times 2 is negative 2. Negative 1 times x is negative x equals negative 12. So negative 2x minus x gives me an x. So these combine to just give me x. Then I have that negative 2 equals negative 12. I add 2 to both sides because I have a one-step equation here, canceling. I get x equals negative 10. Not such an easy problem to check. However, I did do it already, and I'm going to save that check for class. X is negative 10. It is the correct answer. I'm going to go on to number 3. Number 3, just to save time here. Number 3, oh, look at this. I don't have the same denominator all the way across. I have 3 rational terms. Their least common denominator is 15. So I'm going to multiply by 15 and clear these rationals. I could do this leaving all these fractions in the problem. Not so easy. Much easier to clear this rational. 5 goes into 15 3 times. That 3 does have to multiply 3x. That's 9x. 3 goes into 15 5 times. That 5 does have to multiply the binomial x minus 1. So I have a quantity here. 5 goes to the x and 5 goes to the negative 1. Those 15's cross cancel on the right member, and I get the answer 2. So I'm going to distribute is my next step, clearing the rational first, distributing second. 5 times x is 5x. 5 times negative 1 is negative 5. Bring down the 9x and to the 2. Combining like terms, I have 14x. Negative 5 equals 2. I'm going to add 5 to both sides. Balance, cancel. I get 14x equals 7. Remember, I may be going a little fast for you. Pause me. Catch up. You can pause me at any time. Stop, rewind. Feel free to do that. Here, don't be tempted. X is not 2. X is 7/14. It's not 14 divided by 7. It's 7 divided by 14, which is in reduced form 1/2. Or if you like the decimal answer, 5/10. I'm going to leave it as the fraction 1/2 because I'm fraction friendly. And yes, again, this not a very easy problem to check. It is a long check. I'll leave that for class. For now, believe me, the answer is x equals 1/2. I did make sure before I went on to the next problem. The next problem says, what if there are decimals in the equations? Well, that's the same thing as 6/10 and 2/10. What's their common denominator or their common rational denominator? 10. Why not multiply each of the three terms by 10? So that's what I'm going to do. Times 10, times 10. Ooh, don't forget over here on the right member, times 10. 6/10 times 10 makes it the whole number 6. I'm still going to have to distribute. 2/10 times 10 makes it the whole number 2. See? No more rationals. I have whole numbers. And 10 times 10 on the right member gives me 100. Now I've got a double distributing problem. 6 times 1 is 6. 6 times negative x is negative 6x. 2 times x is 2x. 2 times negative 5 is negative 10, equaling 100. Negative 6x and positive 2x makes negative 4x. 6 combined with negative 10 is negative 4. Now I'm down to a two-step equation. We all know we add or subtract first. Adding 4 to both sides, I get negative 4x equals 104. Dividing by negative 4, dividing by negative 4, I get x equals negative 26. 1 minus negative 26 is 1 minus negative 26 is like 1 plus 26 is 27. So 6/10 times 27, doing a check here. Negative 26 minus 5 is negative 31. 2/10 times negative 31. Does that equal 10? Well, 2/10 times negative 31 is negative 6 2/10. Might have done that a little fast, but you can check it on your calculators. 6/10 times 27 is positive 16 2/10. And again, I might have done that a little fast, so you can check on your calculator. 16 2/10 minus 6 2/10, hey, that equals 10. Yippee! I've got the right answer. So I know I did all of my clearing the rational, which was a decimal this time, double distributing, putting lots of like terms together, then balancing the equation. Yes, negative 26 is the right answer. Next problem. Oh, it says, now try this one on your own. So please copy this. We don't need to have that lock in there. There we go. Please copy this example into your spiral notebook. Tomorrow, Mrs. Agulia is going to look to see that you completed this, that you either cleared the rational or just distributed the rational, the decimals. As you see there, you can leave the decimals in the problem and keep working it out. We'll go over this answer tomorrow in class. So your job is to finish this problem on your own, come together with your spiral open, and you'll see how the flipped class works tomorrow morning. That's it for today.